Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, we are back with some Euro Truck Simulator 2 again today. We are playing on the Grand Utopia 1-to-1 scale fantasy island map. Working our way from the ground up towards our own truck. Not really in a rush to buy it, more or less just exploring the island first. So right now we're at 53,404 45 euros. So we're gonna click on jobs here and get going. Everything in white I have already seen and driven. Everything in black I have not. So usually I try to just kind of click in a general area, find a load going in the direction. Oh crap, that one. Holy shit balls. How long is that? Hour and a half or hour and 12 minutes. Like that's insane. I was actually looking more along the lines of like we click over here. I want to find one where the little flag is like closer to the coast, like that. Okay, how far is that one? 48 minutes. Holy crap. That one might be too long. Hmm. Because I was gonna change some of the directions on it so that I take roads that I haven't taken. But I think it's gonna turn it into like an hour trip. And don't think I got that kind of time right now. Alright, let's see. What else can we grab? Where's this one going? Okay, so this one, well, I don't know why I try to point like you guys can see. Okay. So I should be able to redirect it up these black roads to pop over here. So, or even across this one. Like, I'm just gonna make it that it hits some roads that I haven't hit yet. So let's take this one because it's 23 minutes. It's probably gonna get longer as I redirect it. Apparently, it is now nighttime, so let's start this truck so that I can fucking see. All right, let's get my seat positioning done. And then the mirrors. I usually go, oh, I hit the wrong arrow. I go until I can just barely see the truck, which I can barely see the truck as it is because it's nighttime. But and then we go all the way out with the little guy. Go till I can just barely see the truck, which is right. Oh, apparently that's the max for the mirror. And then all the way out on the little guy. And then everything else we should be able to see. And then from here, we click the map. And then we start to check out what I have and haven't driven already. All right, see, like I'd already driven all of that. So now we're going to redirect over here. And it's still trying to get me to go up this road that I've already driven. So we're going to go this way. And from there, though, actually, oh no, I have driven that one. That goes to some other place. But I have not driven that. And that would take me to the end. So probably about half of the load is new. So we'll do that. Alrighty. So according to the map, it's saying that I'm in a circle, apparently, and the exit's over there. And I'd believe it because I have seen some of these logging camps, and that's usually how they're laid out. I am taking a little slow, mostly because of bumps. They fuck up the truck if I hit them too hard. PPG Transport, thank you for your shipment. think it's gonna get real dark on this trip, because this is looking like a heavily wooded run, which is probably best then that this is the run we're doing at night, because really the tree runs you can't see shit anyways. So like really I'm just exploring the roads. I'd like to see some cool scenery, but like if it's gonna be is trees anyways, it might as well be nighttime. Although I do seem to miss a lot, because I don't know like if there's something beyond these tree lines that I could have seen if it was daytime. Miles an hour, or 80 kilometers per hour is the speed limit. I gotta stay under that. The steering wheel is actually cutting off my speedometer for me a little bit, so let me tip it up. Oop, I hit the button too fast. Alright, that fixed it. Every truck's just a little bit different, so you don't know, but is that the engine brake or the retarder? I don't know if this truck, that was a retarder, because I know that sound, that wee, I don't like, it's not even on though. It does have a retarder though. What about engine brake? No, it does not. Although it let me engage it, it's not showing it on the dash, so I'm gonna use the retarder, even though I hate how it sounds. Even at full strength, the retarder doesn't do nearly as much as engine braking. So I actually had to Google this to figure out what the retarder on the transmission was. And I don't know how many people really do know what engine braking really is. But engine braking is using the resistance of the engine to slow yourself down, which, ooh, I hit a car. In a manual, it's a lot easier to do, because you just ride out the RPMs and it pulls down quicker. The problem with that is that when you get these big trucks that have these big straight pipes and shit like that, and they start engine braking, I mean, you've heard me do it in the game a few times. It's like, grrr, it growls super loud, and you can hear it like for miles. Like seriously, it's insanely loud. So then that's how you get all those signs that say no engine braking and stuff like that. So the retarder does the same thing, slowing the truck down, but instead it's more like a brake disc on the drive shaft or the transmission. I think it was the drive shaft. And then it's what slows the truck down instead of the engine. And by doing that, they brought noise down. I don't want to say that they made it more reliable, because they didn't. I mean, I guess kind of is, because you got both. So like, you just crash into me? I just can't win. I'm glad I was sitting still. I probably would have got the ticket for that. You guys are idiots. You all are. You really are. know why it keeps telling me. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that curb a little bit. That the retarder is activated because I know it's like I turned it on, so there's a light on the dashboard. Actually, there's no light on the dashboard anymore. Oh, it's only on when it's actually doing its job. I see. I just don't like the way the retarder sounds because it kind of sounds like a vacuum cleaner. It's like, like I don't know. It definitely doesn't sound as cool as a straight pipe truck chugging down a mountain. Enjoying your trip? Yeah, I am. I would have enjoyed if I could read that sign more, but looks like we got a zigzag coming up. Oh, it's not even that bad. And it's a downhill, so with the speed, the downhill will get me. Gotta get up to about 75. Hold it there. Wonder if cruise works with the retarder. No, it doesn't. See, in American Truck Simulator it does, which is kind of strange. They're the same game, essentially. Basically same game, different map, different trap. So Boston. I don't know where Boston is. Trade ox. I'll trade you the ox. I think it's funny that the aux still kind of stuck around just because people with phones and stuff plug in through that, so it didn't die off with the cassette tape and the CD player. Actually, the CD player is still around a little bit, isn't it? Not like it was, you know, growing up, but I think it's still around. I still remember having like anti-skip Walkman that you like ride a bike with and it wouldn't skip or anything. It was pretty crazy. I had a mini disc player. I don't even know how many people knew about mini discs at all. What was the other one I had? I had a zip disc. That was another weird one. And like I'm into technology to the point where I'll just get stuff like that just to have it and experience it. So like, I mean, most of that stuff I grew up with, so like that stuff's a little different. But like I did buy a record player and records. I actually have like I have Marilyn Manson on vinyl and NoFX, which is a punk band. MXPX, AFI. I got a bunch of records actually, a bunch of newer bands. I actually should probably pick that up from my mom's house. I haven't used it in ages, but yeah, I mean, I still remember when my mom bought her first computer. It was 1994, Best Buy, Packard Bell, $2,500 before taxes. And you can actually still look it up. Like if you type in just Packard Bell computer, Best Buy, 1994, it'll come up in the sales paper. And it was seriously 2,500 bucks. And the specs on that thing are like an eighth of my cell phone. It's fucking wild. Like it was a gaming computer. It came with like 10 games and shit. Had like a 16 megabyte graphics card. My computer, like the one I'm playing on right now, has a 16 gigabyte graphics card. So like a gigabyte is 1,000 megabytes. Like just insane the differences in these computers and stuff like that. And like I don't even remember how fast the processor was. It was a single core, obviously, because it was the first ones. Yeah, I grew up with Game Boy, Atari, you know, all the oldies and goodies, and regular Nintendo. I'm only 39 right now, so. I would consider my generation to be one of the last generations to really be the in-between. I think my sister's generation technically is, though, because she's Gen X. Technically, because I was born in '85, I'd be a millennial. But there's a lot of different groups now that are kind of coming up with a better breakdown, because some of these generations were so close and overlapped and stuff like that that they actually kind of like blended. Because like the kids from '85 are not the same kind of millennial as the kids from like the '90s. But we're also not the same as like the kids from Gen X either, like the '80s, like my sister. So there's a couple of them that have added an in-between, and they call them exennials. So they're basically Gen X and a millennial. They're just both. And I honestly feel that one's probably the best description, because, I mean, really, we were like the last generation to really not have, like, we were the last generation to learn, or to start off with, like, cable modems and internet and all that shit. It was like right as all that shit took off. So like, I still feel like my sister had already kind of gotten, nah, I guess maybe she was like 12 or 13 then when we got that computer. No, she'd been 19 when we got that computer. No, 14. I'm way off. Okay, so 14. So, I mean, she was still a kid when she got it. And I guess that's probably why I think blending the generations makes more sense. Because I do think that there are 3 separate generations there. But the one in the middle, me, would be a little blend of all of it. So. Gonna be fun. Looks like we're on a mountainside here, but I can't see anything off. There's a little mountain range, maybe, and some stars moving. I don't know. I can't tell. Speed. secret road there, going through a tunnel. I wanted to like try to screenshot these places so I can go back to them, but I don't really know a good way to do that. Cause I bet you that tunnel pops out somewhere else to give you a nice little shortcut. Okay, so I was just looking at the sleep timer for me, for the rest stuff, and the last session I was talking about how I think it resets on quick loads, like every single quick load, and that's why it doesn't actually go down for me. And it was at like an hour and 43 minutes last run, and it's at an hour and 43 minutes right now. So it definitely resets on quick loads, which is why I'm struggle busing to sleep overnight, which sucks, but it is what it is. I might have to, jeez, what are you doing on my side? I might have to buy a truck. What? If I hit him, I didn't feel it. Yeah, I don't really want to buy a truck just to be able to reset the days. Like, that kind of sucks. But I mean, I guess I could just buy a truck and keep doing quick loads and only, because I mean, we got that $25,000 used truck. I wonder what it would sell for. That's the thing, I don't want to get screwed out of money either just because I'm trying to reset the days. Cool tunnel. Get me one of the Eaton style shifters that has all the switches, because doing the splitter is a little weird on the wheel, that's for sure. Not too shabby. See, we got about 10 minutes left. Oh shit, it's feeling at 70 and I'm fucking doing 80. Okay. Get back down to 67 or so. Oh, I can't do cruise because of the retarder. Shut that off without hitting the wall. So I can turn on my cruise at 70. Oh shit, of course I turn it on as we get some zigzags going down the mountain. And that's actually where you want the retarder. See, that vacuum cleaner noise is the retarder. Yeah, these nighttime runs, even I'm not really a fan of them, so I wouldn't blame y'all if you'd already clicked off of this, that's for sure. So I wonder how. So I guess if the retarder is on the trans or the drive shaft, that would make sense as to why it still works when I have the truck in neutral. Because I was just thinking I'm playing with the retarder now that I'm using it, but that would make sense because it goes engine, clutch, trans, and then drive shaft. So if the clutch is disengaged, it's only disengaging the engine from the trans, not the retarder from the trans. So that's also good to know, because then if you have a clutch failure, you can't engine brake, but you'd be able to use your retarder. So yeah, okay, so retarders are safer for the mountain. I'll give you that. But only really because you have both. I would never rely 100% on the retarder, I don't think. I mean, maybe it's a lot safer than I'm imagining, but I just feel like banking on something like that is asking for trouble. I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying don't put all your confidence in it and not use like engine braking or. I still don't know exactly what a jake brake is. Well, this might be the wrong time to do this. I'm gonna try and voice it. What is a jake brake on a semi-truck? Jake brake is a compression release brake system that helps semi-trucks slow down without using the friction brakes on the wheels. It is also known as an engine brake. Here are some things to know about jake brakes. How it works. When a jake brake is applied, pressured air is released from the engine through the exhaust valves, which slows down the truck. This is similar to taking your foot off the gas and letting gravity slow your car down. The benefits is that jake brakes can help drivers maintain control of their truck and increase the life of the friction brakes. They can also help preserve lower temperatures, which can help prevent the friction brakes from overheating and extend their functionality. Yeah, and then jake brakes are very loud, which can be a problem in some areas, especially where residential neighborhoods are near the interstate or toll roads. Okay, I mean, I don't know why, because they're making it sound like it's not the engine that's slowing it down, even though they call it engine braking. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look more into that because that's definitely something to know. I just like knowing how things work. And maybe that's why I feel like common sense comes across a little easier for me. I'm just always so curious that whether or not I even need to know it. I ask all sorts of weird ass questions. Never learn if you don't ask. So we gotta go right at the other side of this bridge. I panicked. I actually almost turned there, back there, because I thought that's what it was telling me to do. Trying not to go too fast because I honestly don't know the condition of the tires on these trucks. I mean, according to my stuff, it says 000, like they started me out with a brand new truck. But at 489,277 miles, I find that hard to believe. Or kilometers, I should say. I highly doubt they just fucking refurbed it and handed it to me. So I feel like I should treat the tires as unknown and just behave. still on. Let's turn that off. Now let's get the cruise on. Oh, oops. That's way too low for the cruise though. And it helps if I actually hit the cruise and not my brights. There we go. So the cruise is this button, but now I'm going too slow. Is it downhill or level? Because it feels like I'm going downhill, but I think it's level. Because I'm not really accelerating super fast. Might even be uphill a little bit. I can't tell because I got nothing around me to position myself off of. Like I got trees, but that doesn't help me. Oh, almost the speed limit dropped. I didn't see the speed limit sign drop. That sand spot back there I thought was like a coyote about to run out in the street. I'm like, I'm looking up there and just seeing it on my peripheral. Further. Still don't know if I'm level or going uphill or downhill. Shit. I don't see any cops, and I think technically I'm already through the light. So we're just gonna go for it. Hey, another one of those signs that ask if you're enjoying your trip. I wonder what it actually says. Enjoying your trip. From €3 a month, get exclusive mods, get early access. Be part of our Patreon family. Yeah, let's. He's done an awesome enough job. I'll advertise a little bit for him. Let's go see what we got. Patreon.com/mygodness. More American cities. Grand Utopia of America. Wait, are you telling me there's more maps than even just this? What? Okay, we're gonna check that shit out. Alright. Ooh, doggy. Looks like we're gonna be backing up to these docks over here. Lost Boys Logistics. Okay, calm down there, emo. You gonna cut your wrists and black your eyes? Looks like we're ready. I didn't see them light up green, but it looks like we're being given the okay. So it looks like I lined up perfectly with the dock, and I'm pretty straight too, so not too shabby. Let's unlatch. Took 31 minutes. 843 euros in total. Looks like I had an urgent delivery, even though I took my time. Long distance, even though it really wasn't that long, and a proficiency bonus. So I just get money for being level 42 now? What? Okay. I guess it makes sense. You get paid more for being more skilled. Okay, cool. We'll give you that. Alrighty then. Well, I'll see you next time. Peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.